Welcome back to another video, and this time we will take a look at various captaincy candidates for the double Gameweek 28 starting tomorrow. To be honest, I don't recall at all when was the last time this season when Mohamed Salah got so much of competition when it came to the armband. So why is it happening now? Why? Let's find out. Right, so what do we have on our plate? We have a goalkeeper, we have three defenders, we have three midfielders, and we have three forwards. I said three forwards, but take it easy. Dennis and King aren't part of that. So yes, I have got your back. We do not have Dennis or King in our shortlist. Here's a list for Gameweek 28 captaincy candidates. We have Salah, Rafinha, Coutinho, Kane, Adams, Broja, Rudiger, Thiago Silva, Saiz, and Sa. Out of these 10 candidates, only Salah and Kane are the ones with a single game week in Gameweek 28. So let's take a deeper look at these numbers and these candidates. Let's take a look at the teams these players face. Notably, there are two teams which stand out for wrong reasons and who are in the middle of a bad run: Everton and Leeds, with 4 losses in the last 5 games. Leeds have had a change as a result to stem this bad form, and they have roped in an able manager in Jesse Marsch, who was previously handling Red Bull Leipzig in the Bundesliga. Leeds United are precariously placed at 16th on the table and play 2 teams who are at 13th and 12th spots. On the other hand, 2 teams who have hit a purple patch lately are Newcastle and Southampton, who also face each other in Gameweek 28. This will be Southampton's first game of the game week, post which they travel to Villa Park to take on Aston Villa. Chelsea, as a result of qualifying for FA Cup quarter-finals, have the Gameweek 30 rescheduled to 28 and now play Burnley and Norwich in back-to-back away games. 2 teams are fighting to survive in the Premier League. Wolves also do have a double game week and have a game against Crystal Palace and 19th place team in Watford. Now, for this matrix to make any sense in what we are achieving to do in choosing a captain, we definitely need to look at the oppositions that these candidates will be facing in Gameweek 28. Just want to take a moment here to explain these rankings since we are doing this for the first time. Let's pick up West Ham United, for instance. They play away from home, so the minutes per expected goal conceded, which is 64 for them, is for all their away games. You will be thinking, why can't we just stick with the season numbers? It does make a difference. The minutes per expected goals conceded at home is 85 as compared to the number for 64 for away games. So I feel it's important to segregate the home and away numbers for a much more calculated captaincy call. Do leave your feedback on your own methodology that you follow in picking up a captain game week after game week. Is it your gut that you usually go for, or are you also a number-driven FPL manager like me? The rank column suggests the opposition's rank as per home or away metric and how well they fare on it. For the attackers, which are the forwards and midfielders, we are considering minutes per expected goal conceded, whereas for the 3 defenders and the only goalkeeper candidate, we will take into account minutes per expected goal. Rafinha has one which is at 19 and which is Leicester away. Leicester defensively has been abysmal this season and the stats don't lie. Another game for Rafinha stands at 4, which is Aston Villa away. Aston Villa away is ranked 4 on the road this season. This just came as a huge surprise to me as well. The only other 3 teams with a better minutes expected goal conceded away from home are Manchester City, Chelsea, and Brighton. Interestingly, Coutinho has 2 ranks of 17 and 18, which are Leeds away and Southampton at home. Leeds, as we are all well aware by now, has the worst defensive record in the season. Southampton, on the other hand, defends so astutely and doggedly at home. They are just the opposite on the road. They are the 3rd worst in the season thus far, with 70% of the goals conceded away from home. Real poor travellers. Who are the other 2 who are worse than the Saints? They are Leeds and Norwich. Moving on to the forwards, we have Kane with the single game week and Broja and Adams with the double. Kane plays Everton at home, whose minutes per expected goal conceded stand at 58.6 minutes, which is 14th best on the road this season. As I mentioned up top, they are in the middle of a horrible run with 4 losses in the last 5 and are desperately looking for points. Adams and Broja face Newcastle at home and Aston Villa in an away fixture. Opposition ranking for these 2 strikers in form is 13 and 13. Newcastle is 13th best on the road and Aston Villa is 13th best at home when it comes to expected goals conceded. A facet to be taken into consideration here is that Newcastle might be ranked 13th on the road for the season, but for the last 4 away games, they are ranked at 7th with only 4 goals conceded with 2 clean sheets. 3 of these 4 goals were conceded against Liverpool at Anfield. Adams and Broja are well rested as they played just one half in the win over West Ham United in the FA Cup, where Broja clocked a goal and an assist. Che Adams has had a return in each of his last 4 Premier League games with 3 goals and an assist. Moving on to our 3 defender candidates, not surprisingly 2 are from Chelsea and 1 from Wolves, considering firstly the delicious double game week fixtures and secondly the defensive record in general this season. Rudiger and Thiago faced 2 teams from the relegation zone, Burnley and Norwich. Now this is as good as Salah's double game week 26 opponents, where almost 2/3 of the FPL managers had played the triple captainship on him. Now, I don't want to sound insane by suggesting that you play a triple captainship on either of these 2 defenders. I'm not even sure how many of us in the community are still left with triple captainship. I know for a fact that I still have it in my back of my pocket. These are both away games for Chelsea, and Burnley and Norwich are ranked 15th and 20th respectively when it comes to minutes per expected goal. I mean, just look at those numbers: 107.9 minutes per expected goal for Norwich and 79.8 for Burnley are real low numbers. Do Rudiger and Thiago have any chance of scoring? Well, they have 5 goals and 4 assists between them, with Thiago trailing the German by just 8 points. Out of the 5 goals between these 2 talismanic defenders, 4 have come away from home. 4 away from home, just for your information. Chelsea has been the second best defence on the road thus far. Saïss is the second highest Wolves defender with 93 points. Wolves face Watford and Crystal Palace at home, who are ranked 9th and 18th respectively on the minutes expected goal metric. Wolves' defence has been overperforming to a great extent at home. They are top for the expected goal conceded delta. Wolves has been remarkable with how well they have defended this season. Wolves are 4th best for clean sheets this season. The goalkeeper Jose Sa is currently joint top with Edison at 115 points, in spite of Edison keeping 6 more clean sheets. Let's take a quick look at the candidates in question for minutes per FPL point perspective. Salah, as we have witnessed time and time again this season, is operating at an unprecedented level. 10 minutes for every FPL point earned, which equates to approximately 9 points per game. Closest to him is Coutinho, who is at 13.8 minutes per point. Coutinho generated 25 points in the first 172 minutes he featured in. He has seen a bit of a drop in the last 3 games with 7 points from the 265 minutes he has played. Minutes per point is obviously an indication of how the season has gone on for these candidates and has little bearing on the future game weeks. Kane is second lowest at 21.5 points, with not much to choose between Broja and Che Adams. Southampton has now scored 28 goals in the last 13 games in all competitions. Last time they blanked was at the Emirates back in December. Only Saïss is below Kane among the 10 captain candidates at 22.7 minutes per point. Thiago Silva, the Brazilian, clearly outshines majority of the players on our list today. Alright, decision time. With the minutes he's expected to play, with his team's captain being out for a couple of weeks, game weeks going forward, and the quality of the teams that he'll be facing as a part of the double game week 28, I'm not heavily, but I am leaning towards Antonio Rudiger. Chelsea has got the highest odds for keeping a clean sheet in game week 1, and they got the highest odds for keeping a clean sheet in game week 2. These odds are given by Draft Hound. These are just odds at the end of the day. They can be true, they might not be true. But for Chelsea to keep a clean sheet, at least one clean sheet, the odds are at 72%. So even if Rudiger was to kind of lose one clean sheet out of the 2 games that he's playing, he'll still come out with 8 to 9 points. That's the way I'm looking at it. Do like and subscribe if you're interested in watching weekly captaincy calls, and do leave your comments in the section down below. If this methodology really made any sense, and if you would like to, how could we tweak around it to make it better? I'll talk to you guys soon.